Last year, Zimbabwe's government banned the country's multi-currency regime, making the Zimbabwean dollar the sole legal tender. But with continued hyperinflation, the currency has once again lost its value. Citizens are fast losing confidence, and businesses have started pricing goods in US dollars again. Pressurized authorities were forced to reverse the ban and reintroduce trading in US currency.
They actually had to give in because so many people were simply saying this is a vote of no confidence in the Zimbabwe dollar. We want something we can trust, the value of which is going to remain stable. So it's been surprising to everybody how many US dollars were hidden in the economy somewhere. And there's a fairly steady flow of US dollars between buyers and sellers around the country.
Public servants, including nurses who are currently on strike, are demanding their salaries be paid in US dollars. They argue they can't afford basic necessities from their local currency wages. In efforts to appease the disgruntled workers, government responded by increasing their salaries by 50% and included a COVID-19 allowance of $75 US.
$75 will be paid as promised. The government always pays what it says it will pay to contractually to civil servants. We're going to do that. Already the 50% adjustment on the Zim dollar component is being effected as we speak, and $75 is going to be effected soon. What we're waiting for is for the banks to finalize the issuance of cards, because we'll not give out cash in US dollars because we wouldn't want anyone to go out there and start playing in the parallel market with cash. So they have to use a card to effect transactions in the shops, pay for this and that, goods and services, and that's how it's going to be effected and not in the form of cash. This is an inflation protector.
Economists believe the back and forth in monetary policy only puts the country's ambitions of economic recovery at risk. They say government should have rather worked at stabilizing inflation to give the local dollar some stability and value, while channeling the few resources it has towards productive sectors.
Simply by bolstering consumption, you don't overcome the problem. Here the government is giving all the civil servants that extra consumption capacity, but in the shops, very nearly everything that you'll find in the shops these days has to be imported because our own local productive capacity has been so badly damaged over the years by the government's policies. So here we're in serious difficulties.
Businesses have now found themselves stuck in between a rock and a hard place. They say with civil servants receiving US dollar allowances, the re-dollarization of the economy may be expedited, and they haven't been given enough time to prepare for the adjustment back to a multi-currency trade environment.
Most of the companies are already fearing for the West, and the West is the adoption of the US dollar. I think we are not ready for it. It's certainly going to impact quite very negatively on business. But at the same time, we also need to see the realities which are happening in Zimbabwe. The reality being Zimbabwe is re-dollarizing faster than you can imagine. Dollarization is coming, you can't avoid it. What we can only do maybe is to delay it.
Amongst the woes of a shutdown stock exchange due to allegations of economic sabotage, government now has a tough job of providing ways to stabilize its own currency or face the possibility of it being completely devalued. Noma Bolani, SABC News.